Hello, good evening. Welcome on in. We are going to be playing a bunch of games with meaningful choices tonight and Thursday, and I think Monday as well. As an official streamer of Choose Wisely Fest, we're gonna start with Livber Smoke and Mirrors because it has a narrative map upgrade, so it makes it easier to go back, find the different endings and whatnot. So that is super cool. I don't know if it tracked the ones... I don't think it tracked the ones in our last playthrough. But that's okay. Huge thank you to the dev for letting me know about the update and also the Steam Festival. Thank you. I've got a lot of cool stuff lined up. So let's do a Livber Smoke and Mirrors playthrough. Let's do a new game. Maybe we can make the narrator abandon us several more times. I see her in my dreams. Her and that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name. My old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house. Executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in. But now, she's calling me back to the house. Wants to bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. The streamer, I'm not gambling yet. I don't know if there's gambling in this game. I don't think we found any on our last playthrough. Welcome home, my love. I don't think Catcam or Banner is covering anything, but I'll try to keep an eye on that. Since I don't usually stream with any kind of stuff. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it. Yet, you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia, a womb for gales to blow out of. But you come here. You wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. What am I waiting for? For what's standing before you to not really be there when you open your eyes. For the rain soaking you through to finally die down. For it all to turn out to be some sick joke. But none of it will happen. You only keep hoping they might. What do I do now? You will open your eyes, and rise, wriggling your way out of the dark to see the simple village buried along Livber's harbor at the far edge of the world. On the shore, you'll open the very door to the shack that stands here, where you stand now. It's that simple. Do I want to do this? Huh. Still caught up in wanting and not wanting, are we? Ever since you received that letter from Lilith. Let's just say this got out of your hands quite some time ago. Why here? Why here after all these years? Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber's shore. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lies all buried here. This two-story hovel raised upon your memories. Guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. Unfortunately, you think your memories reside in your mind. Most do. But in truth, they're fragments. Bits flaking off the world around you. Carried by the wind, rain, sun, and pale moonlight. They slowly gather around you. They mix with the air you breathe. They seep into your body and carry you somewhere else. Truly carry you. They keep doing it until you're convinced you've moved on. You saying I never really left this place? These questions still have no meaning, and neither do the answers. But in time, they will. You shouldn't stay out in the rain any longer now. What this button do? It's an eyeball. Oh. There's a QR code. Hang on. Oh, there's a letter here with some stuff. Neat. I'm gonna read that later. If y'all want to check that out, it's a letter. Nifty. Knock on the door. Let's be polite. Meow. Hi, Yell. Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold. The winged backdark cutie who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly towards you. Landing at your feet, she shakes the droplets from her coat. Then she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. Meow meow. Well, we have to pet the cat, obviously. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it. The soft stroke, she traces the door frame with her paw, and she turns her amber eyes to you. Val, you are staring at me. Hi. Because I'm making cat noises. Okay, she seems placated for the moment. Well then, take a deep breath and reach for the door. Wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. Far, far away, the flash of a lightning strike blinds you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang, weightless, in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. Open the door. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of tellus flowers mixes with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to that festival day, the moment you first met Lilith, and then you see her. Standing beneath the dim light like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling, whether from fear or excitement, you can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith. She doesn't see you. Bent slightly over the table trying to light a candle just as you remember her. Lilith, the ghost of your past, your greatest lie and sin. Why is it sparkly over here? It's the moonlight. Let's take a different tack than last time. Lilith, you're really alive. Your voice comes out weaker than you expected. Its trembling echo bounces off the rotting wood, and another lifeless question slips from your lips. Why? You remember. The festival night, a warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black's crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a fiery halo. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white tellus flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles. Tossing her hair back, she asks the same question. Don't close. Continue. White tellus flowers. Why? Because I wanted them to last forever like my love for you. Beautiful lie. Told so well, even you believed it yourself. My love, you've finally come. For a moment, I thought you wouldn't. She looks at you. A brief silence fills the distance between the two of you. Your eyes, they haven't changed. Lilith, I don't understand. Is it really you? Did you send that letter? The one that spoke of our creation, 5 years after your death. As the candle flickers, you think you glimpse a shadow of hatred cross Lilith's face, as if, beneath her skin, there is another face. Death? You thought I died, didn't you, my love? But I waited for you, where you gave me the white tellus flowers. I waited there, yes, hoping you would return to say you still loved me, to confess it was all a lie. She waves her hand as if trying to chase away the thoughts. But that's not what we should be talking about right now. Come, sit. Yeah, okay. What could go wrong? The wooden dining table stands between two chairs layered with years of dust and the remnants of long-forgotten meals. A candle flickers at its center. Its flame shivers with every touch of wind seeping through the walls. It waits, longing to burn out and unleash what's been waiting in the dark. It hasn't changed at all, and yet everything feels so strange. Maybe, she slowly runs her hand across your shoulder, her touch so soft. Maybe it is the same. But just like your drawings, those sketches on crumpled straw paper, they stayed where they were, waiting, longing, betrayal. Do they change everything? Forever. But let's not dwell on that, shall we? You see her body relax. A smile appears on her face, one that feels almost genuine. Come, let's eat. Lean back. Bye, Vel. Hang on. I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you've let me rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment. Looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer, after I told you that we had to become one. Our souls, my love. We had to piece our souls together and bind them together with that alchemy ritual. Maybe I should have said yes to you that night. Perhaps everything was already fractured and I was just ignoring it. You ignored so much, like my love for you. But you're right about one thing, my love. Everything truly was broken that night. You watched them take me. You betrayed me, reported me when I spoke of the dark alchemy ritual, when I spoke of the glory that would unite our souls and crown our love. You watched my blood spill, my screams drown, watched me disappear beneath the black water. Then you simply moved on, ignored my annihilation. Remain silent. The woman's hand holding the fork trembles. She turns toward you, her face darkening with hatred, fury, and something so dark that even I cannot name. Her skin ripples as if tiny creatures were crawling beneath, but you can't be sure if it's real or just a trick of the flickering candlelight. Then, as suddenly it appeared, a moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. Suppose even the gods can't mend what's broken inside you, Lilith? A smile spreads across Lilith's face. Her fingers tap a slow rhythm on the table. Is that so, love? Then perhaps it's time we buried the broken pieces. Far away, something squirms beneath the dark green water near the docks. Deep beneath Livber, the place you've called home, something stirs and rises. Not with rage or hatred, but with a curiosity that's eerily human for something so inhuman. A curiosity as natural as a child tearing open a toy. And now, from Livber's filth-ridden waters, it rises toward you. Your madness will break both of us, Lilith. It already has, my love. Just like those paintings you love so much. It's not my madness. Oh, no, it's your cowardice. Nothing more than a diseased reflection of faded memories in your mind. Like this place, like me, like you. Go on, eat. Porf meat. I cooked it just the way you like it. Wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. Never imagined porf meat could be edible. After the festival where we first met and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a porf, remember? It was magnificent. His mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to go get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Did you really think I could tolerate that, my love? I think I remember. Maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. Perhaps that's why everything afterward hurt so much. That's exactly why you're here, isn't it? You remember that happiness. Our feelings don't lie, my love. Yes, you're afraid. Anyone facing such a truth would be. But now there's a new path for the two of us. What path? Away from others. Just you and me, a path full of brilliant lights, warmth, and our soft bodies. No mothers to separate us, no old guilts, no meaningless class distinctions. Beautiful. Free from all imperfections. The woman across from you lifts her fork. Crimson droplet, blood-like, falls from the porf meat to the porcelain plate. Lilith opens her mouth, the skin on her cheek stretches, tearing apart to reveal putrid flesh beneath. A flap of skin resembling a petty, lifeless leaf dangles, exposing the rotting tissue, but your lover seems unaware. Remain silent. You watch as the skin sags further, eventually dropping onto the meat on her plate. Lilith pauses, startled. Seeing the rotten flap of her own flesh lying on the food, she picks it up, desperately pressing it back to her cheek. No, not yet! You struggle to breathe. A cold drop of sweat slides down your neck. You search desperately for an escape, but there's nowhere to run. Finally, all you manage is a murmur. What's happening here? Are you sure you're alright? Oh, my love, seeing your concern makes me so happy. Really, it's nothing. Don't fret. She hides her cheek from you, pressing it firmly. You're actually dead, aren't you? There's no point in asking that now, my love. We should be happy now because we don't have much time left. Let's try to eat. What could go wrong? As you sink your fork into the meat on your plate, you realize your hands are trembling. The pork meat seems to be writhing. The air grows heavier and heavier. You reach for the knife beside you and try to cut it. But the moment a thick, viscous fluid oozes out from inside the meat, your stomach turns. I put my love into it. Her eyes lock onto you, waiting for your reaction. Yep, well, we'll eat it. You're chewing something soft and sweet. It's cool, even blissful. For a moment, you feel calm, as though everything is truly okay. Then the meat feels as if it's spreading thorns, and pain blooms across every part of your mouth. What you're crushing between your teeth hardens, forming a crust. It burns, it cuts, it moves. Twists into something alive, writhing as if giving up its final breath right there inside your mouth. A slick, slithering thing coils beneath your tongue and along your palate. Well, we've come this far. The piece of meat sliding down your throat threshes wildly in your chest. As it tries to force its way back up, you feel your throat tighten, your eyes tearing up. One final swallow, it's over. A strange emptiness opens up inside you. No more running. Look, do you look? Look, do you see? That's the taste of my love for you, only for you. No more running now. We must accept it. We must accept each other. Accept that we cannot live apart. We must become one. Our creation. That's why it matters. Just nod to the cannon. Now there's a part of me inside you too, my love. You can feel the warmth spreading through you, can't you? Do you see more clearly why we have to become one now? Your mouth goes dry. The meat on your plate glistens, juicy, and full of love. Yeah, we'll have some more. Taste grows more intense. Thick liquid fills your mouth. Sweet, cool, again. And bitter, too, but this time it doesn't hurt. The meat stirs in your mouth, not wildly, but as if caressing you. The emptiness inside expands. You feel pieces of your mind collapsing. Something bigger is being built in their place. Grandeur. What we wanted never mattered. Not yours, not mine. What matters is what we need. I need you, my love. Need you inside me. And you? What do you need? Is there more of that meat? You don't need it anymore, my love. I see the hunger growing inside you. You see it now too, don't you? Beyond the Never-All, toward the Grand Union, we'll become something greater, something more beautiful. We'll both continue to exist inside one another. We'll exist beyond even death. All it takes is one simple thing. She slides her skirt aside, swings her leg over yours. She sits carefully in your lap. You barely feel her weight. Her bloodshot eyes never leave yours. Crimson hair spills across your face. She leans in, an intoxicating scent flooding your mind. Without thinking, you bite. A taste more exquisite than the pork meat floods your mouth. Yes, find me beyond the grand unification. Find me! The coldness in your chest makes you pause for a moment. Suddenly, Lilith's neck, split down to the bone, makes horrifying sense. The bloody chunks in your mouth squirm wildly. Each tentacle attached to pieces of meat frantically hurl them in your mouth. Your final breath escapes your chest in a wave of hot dampness. I fall. When everything ends, there is no light, no sound. In fact, not even darkness. It unravels. I wish I could say the name of a child here, but I know it was never born. Our words pulled into the endless void. We pushed it. We let it fall. The candle on the table went out. We took our first breath. Our fears purged us, and we were reborn together inside the Never-All, beyond there and here. There, they said, many like you passed through the store. They all tried to become something, but you? Did we become? Eternal unification. Soul unification. The grand unification. I was Velrem. In my silence, I killed my mother. My words have dissolved into Never-All then, but not anymore. We are the childhood you feared. We are the ones who loved you when you were alone. We are the you inside Lilith. You are now us! Says it so triumphantly. We did it! The end. 1 of 8. Hey, that's a new ending. We speed ran. Speed run, speed run. How does if I click continue? Oh, it goes back to here. So if I go back to the main menu... Aha! Cool, so we can see where the, So we got ending 1 of 8. So if we want to move onwards, it's like we need to either go here or here. Let's not eat the meat. Excuse me. You're hungry, my love. Did you think I couldn't see that? You're starving for love, for affection, for tenderness, for unity. Everything is right here in front of us. Your memories, your drawings, your straw papers, yourself. These bodies of ours. This house. We have to go beyond it all. You need to eat. I won't do it. You deny it, just like you always do. Just like you always do. You refuse to see how much I love you. Then maybe another one, prepared with even greater love? No, Lilith. No, I don't want another one. You think you have a choice. The end the union we're destined for will rise above everything, my love. Just like our creation. Creation? We didn't create anything. We couldn't have. You believe that. If we had loved each other enough, we could have. Much earlier, I mean. Don't worry, my love. I filled the role you left behind. This is impossible, but that's exactly why you're so curious. Even if your body resists, deep in your heart, you feel the sweet thrill of being able to create something, whatever that creation is. What have you done, Lilith? The thing you dreamed but never dared to want, the grand unification, the crystal path that will carry us beyond the never-all, the true meaning of being together, my love. Come on, let me show you. Rain lashes harder against the windows, lightning flashes briefly illuminating the paintings hanging on the walls. Each one looks freshly painted, wet and glistening. Your eyes drift to the pork meat on the table. The bloody flesh writhes almost imperceptibly. Guess it's too late for everything now, isn't it? I'm afraid so. Too little, too late. A warm smile spreads across her face. It's the same smile she wore years ago, the very first time you saw her at the festival. Then that moment passes. She reaches out her hand toward you. No. There's no need to deny it anymore. You're trying to reverse the current, trying to rewrite your memories. It's futile. Everything will happen as it's meant to. She approaches slowly. She takes your arm, forcing you to your feet. Your body obeys Lilith against your will. You feel her body pressing close. You're being pulled along. Without looking from you for a single instant, she leads you through the rooms, till at last she stops in front of the basement door. She unlocks it. A rush of cold, damp air and the foul stench of things that should have long ago died strikes your face. Look at Lilith. As you step across the threshold, you glance back at Lilith. The woman's crazed eyes look like they're about to burst from her skull as she stares at you. Your skin cracks open, peeling away with a pus-soaked texture. You reflexively try to recoil. The darkness wraps its hands around you. I fall. And that's the same ending we had. Ew. Yep. Oh, we got some Latin. I don't know what it means. Act 2. Echoes deep within. Also, hi, Space Astrocat. How's it going? Welcome to a horror visual novel. In the dark, you pause a moment. Your mind strains to grasp what this is. Lilith, food, creation. The dust and creak of boards mingle with your hurried breath. Beneath your feet, stairs descending. Where am I? Try to examine your surroundings. The basement door closed, you felt yourself pulled into the void. Now, beneath your feet, wooden steps leading down. The basement. Can I find a way out through the basement? Once, on the sunlit morning of the first circade, you saw Yell descend these very basement stairs. You followed after, finding her scratching at a hollow in the corner. When you drew near, you saw it was a hatch opening outwards. Old, broken, hinges rusted. When Lilith saw it, she grew fearful. Do I remember what it looked like? Yes. As I said, a hatch made of wood, round, wedged among the stones of the wall, plastered with mud. You hardly noticed it before or after. If you could find it, perhaps it could lead you outside. You can try. In the end, do you really have another choice? Yeah, we'll go back upstairs. That'll end well. I think returning to the house where you felt Lilith's dread might be wise. You begin climbing upward. Their narration fractures. Perhaps you should turn back. No, I have to go back up. We're gonna annoy the narrator. The stairs grow steeper. Turn back. In the dark, there is nothing but your breath quickening the tortured cries of the boards. Nothing. Never all and beyond. You cannot tell how much time has passed. Keep climbing. Climb becomes a ritual of the unknown. From the graves, dead are rising. You reach with your hand, dragging your body upward. Sometimes you rest, gathering breath. The pale light of the moon, faces fade and tongues wither. Finally, you see a light above you. Silvery light seeps through the cracks beneath the boards. Get closer. In the ceiling, a white ship sails the night, and in the froth of the sea blooms a white-flowered garden. You see a hatch. Damp soil stings your nostrils. From the grave dead arise! Open the hatch. As you wrench the hatch open, wet earth cascades upon you. Let the hatches open and let the soul drown you. Choke, choke, choke! Dirt floods your mouth as you fight for breath. Let the falling earth consume you. Drown and let the dead be born again. What is happening? You force your head above the surface. Your mouth is packed with earth. Like one risen from the grave or a newborn child, you gulp a breath and cough it back up. This place is not dark. Sunlight filters through the gaps in the attic beams. Light drifts across the dust motes, holding them frozen in a strange stillness. The ground is covered in soil, the same soil you just crawled from. Soil? Yes, the damp soil that carpets the floor, and upon it, white tellus blossoms. Their sweet old fragrance fills you with each breath. I knew Lilith loved tellus flowers, but climb out of the soil and look around. With great effort, you drag your body free, waist rising from the earth. When you've caught your breath and glance about, you see flowers crushed beneath your palms. Their white petals turn gray. On the wall, empty frames stand. No wind. No sound. I really thought this was going to be a annoy the narrator and end up in nothingness and reach for the frame. As you step forward, you notice the flowers withering underfoot. When you lift the frame from the wall, you find its glass thick with dust. Your fingers brush across it. A picture emerges. A garden of flowers at the cliff's edge, a sea stretching to the horizon. This picture, it feels so familiar. Where is it? You force your mind, but cannot recall where this is. When your eyes fall back to the flowers on the ground, I guess we'll reach for a flower. As you lean to the flower, you see its white petals wither swiftly. They feel like parchment skin of age, gray and frail. Yet at the root where it clings to the earth, something lies beneath. What is it? Dig the soil. When you dig around the root, your hand strikes something white and hard. Oh, it's probably a bone. Keep digging. As you claw the soil, you uncover a withered skull, the flower bursting from its mouth. Around it gleam strands of golden hair untouched by decay. And all around, the flowers shrivel, shedding their leaves. Whispers rise around you. Check the soil beneath the other flowers. To your left, you scrape at the roots of a blossom turned black, its petals yellowed with pus. The flower is sprouted from the open mouth of a corpse, its skin clinging tight to the bone. Golden hair veils its eyes. Worms writhe, frantic for clean air. Who are they? Each one is you, my love. Each one was you. From you, I fashioned new beauty. Where are you, Lilith? I am everywhere, in every leaf that rots and falls to your touch. As the petals fall, the whispers form words. Still on your knees, you jolt at a tremor rising from the depths. Something bolts upward beneath the earth, grinding against the walls. Look at the flowers. Black petals scatter and swirl, forming the silhouette of a body, a small body. And then, a memory. The garden of white blossoms by the sea. Lilith's voice again, whispering a truth. The boards beneath you split. The gap widens, and far beneath, a blue light gleams. Keep watching the body form to petals. The petals gather, a body of charred tellus leaves. It smokes like ash, drifting closer. The house convulses one last time, but the stones and dust cannot pull your eyes away. The body closes in, envelops you. Your breath falters. Darkness pricks your vision. From far away, a child's voice reaches you. Father? Our creation. Literal flower child. When I came to against the wall, the pain in my skull was unbearable. Must have been another foul dream again. Sit up and look around. Water trickles from the ceiling again. Moonlight. Must be midnight or thereabouts. House is collapsing. 5 years. Dust and decay. I'm hungry. Is there anything to eat? Past the toppled chairs around the dining table. Plates still rest upon it, white porcelain, now layered only with dust fallen from the beams above. What was that sound? Lilith? The kitchen's empty. Cockroaches scatter across the counter. Am I hungry? Not truly. What was desire meant to feel like? There's nothing here. I killed Lilith. Did that voice come from inside? What? Is this real? What? Is Lilith real? She was always real, the most real of all things. But her love? No, that was madness. Mad. That day I knew she would speak again of the grand unification. Lilith? Are you in there? The same board groans again, beneath the weight of my guilt. The windows lie shattered. Was it I who broke them? Perhaps. The doors have fallen. One leg of the dining table buckles, ready to give. The delirium of her love, I knew I would die. I was afraid. I fled. I knew she would never let me go. What was that sound? Lilith, is it you? Go to the basement door. Boards creak everywhere, splintering, falling apart. Plaster has fallen from the walls, exposing what's beneath. This is it. Yes. Here they took her after I betrayed her. They seized her arms and dragged her away. First they cut out her tongue so she could conjure no alchemy again. Lilith, is that you? Open the door. Darkness. The stairs have long since crumbled. She told me herself this is where they carried her out. They took her. They cut off her limbs so she would never walk again. I'm coming, my love. Are you calling to me? Where are you? A blue light. Where could it be coming from? This is the basement with one room. Damp stones covered in moss. She had drawn a circle here. She had stood at its center. When they took her, they flayed her face, so no one would ever recognize her again. My love! Lilith? The blue light shimmers over your wet clothes, right. The salty water of the sea drips down from where you were thrown. Your hands are severed. Coagulated blood pools black at your feet. The flayed pieces of your face hang, oozing pus. Your Lilith's eyes stare at me. I'm sorry. My voice echoes off the stone. Her arms hang limply at her sides, motionless. There's rage in her eyes. Lilith, my love, she doesn't answer. Not sure she hears me. From the slit in her bare face, shaped like a mouth, black fluid drips out. It spills to the floor. Lilith? Is that you calling to me, my love? Where are you? Go upstairs. All your memories will slowly melt away, like tears in the rain. Ending number 2. We wander the house forever. Alright, let's try the other way in the attic. I like just going back a step and seeing how it takes us. Focus on your breathing. Yes, focus on your breath. Draw on the sweetness of the Tellith blossoms. So familiar, is it not? Tellith. Reach for the closest flower. Yep. Keep looking at the flower. All of this. Are they Lilith's whispers? I loved you, my love. None of this is mine. They are your whispers. From you I shaped something more beautiful. Is your love to kill me, bury me alive, to feed me to worms? Why can't you see the beauty in this, my love? In each of them, our love rises. How do I escape this place? Your gaze sweeps the room. Nothing, save a window smeared with dust. Move towards the window. Why struggle, my love? From your body, new beauty shall bloom. Do not fear. My voice rises in every leaf. And you call this beauty? Shout. Of course, through your lips, with you I rise, beloved. What could be more beautiful than this, save our creation? Look. Look at the flowers. No, Lilith, I will escape this place. I will be free of your delirium. Dig the soil. At last your nails scrape against the floor. You claw wider, but find no sign of a door. Then the house itself shudders from its roots. Crack opens in the board. It grows, and its depths a blue light glimmers. Jump into the crevasse! Whee! You leap into the crevasse and are instantly seized by a violent gust of wind. After a fall that feels short yet disorienting, you crash face first on the cold stone floor. The damp scent, the mouse-covered walls, and that deep, acrid stench, so heavy it teeters on the edge of nausea. All of it feels strangely familiar. You're in the basement, drowned in blue light. The ones buried in the soil, what were those bodies? Corpses of the past. Let's hope your story doesn't end there with them. Still, don't dwell on it now. Keep moving. Where is this blue light coming from? As you look around carefully, you notice florid crystals embedded beneath the wall, between the walls. They emit a faint blue glow from within, casting a dim halo around them. I must take a closer look. Examine the crystal. As you move closer, you realize the crystal hasn't emerged organically from between the stones. It was placed there with clear intent. It's been faceted to make the most of the liquid within, where tiny glowing particles rise and fall, swirling in motion. It resembles an attempt made to recreate the blue ATP marbles crafted by mechanic alchemists living around Zoran's gears and cogs. But this is a crude imitation of their system. How could the mechanic alchemists have ended up here? Lilith once talked about her father studying in Hulyen, but she also said he never finished his training, that his work had opened the door to something dark. Maybe these are his works. Examine your surroundings. You brush yourself off and take a look around you. The stone walls are damp, covered in moss. When you listen closely, you can hear waves crashing with full force against the cliff beyond the walls. Knowing that there's still a world outside brings a small sense of comfort. On the wall to your right, two circular figures are drawn. Lines have been etched between them as if refusing their union, scrawled over with hatred. Beneath the crystal, a wooden table stands on the verge of collapse. A broken, dust-covered frame sits on top. On the floor lie melted remains of a candle and the torn pieces of a blood-soaked notebook. When you lift your head, you see two doors standing in the wall ahead. Candle in German. You step among the scattered parchments and torn books. Reaching for the journal fragments beside the candle, it crumbles in your grasp. You open it carefully. The bloodied script is unmistakable. Lilith's hand. Most of it is unreadable, but in the final pages, you can make sense of some hastily scrawled words. I'm shaping her. She will be complete at last. Is there any other way? No, 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 it will be perfect. We'll be complete. Together we'll be complete with him. Lilith, what other twisted lunacies did you carve into these pages? Keep reading. Words are not enough. I need something deeper, more physical. Here in the basement of the house we once shared, I've hidden something of his. While he wanders around the house, he suffers his greatest regret in its deepest place. Should I tell him she is not dead? Journal has been scratched, gouged, bloodied, as though Lilith needed to make her devotion visible. No matter how you try, there is little more to glean from the crumbling pages. You let the journal fall. The air grows heavier. Your ears begin to ring. What else are you hiding in this room, Lilith? Despite the weight in your skull, you stagger to the table, lift the broken frame. Beneath the dust, it is a picture you once drew. The figure in the portrait has been furiously defaced, ringed with a mad scrawl. Bodies. We must be rid of the bodies. Of them, of everything, of all that fails to unite us. Even you, my love, my love, my love. Take a closer look! As you lean closer to study the picture, you hear the basement door at the far end of the stairs creak. Lilith's twisted, ragged breath drifts all the way to where you stand. I need to get out of here. I have to find the path to the cellar door fast. You push aside the books, scattered parchments, and broken wood with your foot and step closer to the doors. To the left is an iron door, rusted with the weight of years. Upon it is a symbol, old and long since stripped of meaning. The other door is heavy and made of damp wood. It creaks faintly as though breathing. I think the wood door was the one that the narrator yelled at us for. When you open the iron door, a sour stench of sweat and rot greets you. Fearing Lilith might be following, you slip inside and shut the door quickly behind you. You look around. Like the room before, this one too is shrouded in the eerie halo of blue light cast by the crystal embedded in the wall. The air quivers with anticipation. And then, a voice. Do you remember me? Look toward the source of the voice without responding. When you turn toward the voice, you see a young woman standing motionless in the corner of the room, her skin clinging tightly to bone. Not for her eyes, bright and piercing deep into your soul under the pale light, you might have mistaken her for a still silhouette of a statue. But then, she tilts her head just slightly. In the moment, you see it more clearly. There's something in the woman's eyes, something you once knew, something you once loved. Look closely. Wait a bit, I know you. At last, at last, at last. She made me from start to finish. No, I don't want this. Lilith, when you said our creation, was she talking about you? You wish it were so. You want this madness to end soon, to see Lilith's strange game come to an end. But no, this isn't the creation Lilith spoke of. This is a personal experiment of hers. What she has in store for you is something very different. Shh, don't say it. If you say her name, she'll come. The young woman, hearing Lilith's name, presses herself against the wall. She pulls her shoulders tight inward, her eyes fixed on the door behind you as she speaks. I had to be good. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I had to be... yes. What? When she pulls back, the crystal's light shows her more clearly. The scar begins beneath her neck and runs forward past her ears, reaching up to her hair roots. The skin of her face is pulled taut, as if cut apart and stretched back together along those marks. The fingers she wraps around her arms are thin, long, as if filed down, extended, and altered. The woman before you looks like someone who's been worked on endlessly, reshaped piece by piece since childhood. How could she do this? The young woman looks at you from where she had crouched down by the wall. For a moment, the twisted smile on her face reminds you of Lilith. For you, to create you, and of course, to love you. Are you her? Did Lilith steal your body and soul? I've always still been yours, love. The young woman collapses on her knees as she's used every last ounce of strength. Breathless, she turns her gaze at you. Was I good? What? The lady, she said, stay here. If you're good enough, he'll live with you, she said. She said so, but if I'm just good enough, you'll love me, right? She tilts her head and looks at you. The sharpness of her chin casts an unsettling shadow in the darkness. You're not the one I love. I shouldn't have let her do this to you. This thing you're staring into isn't Lilith. It's just an empty shell. A twisted reflection, stripped of free will, an uncanny amalgam where fragments of the young woman have somehow tangled with the essence she poured into it. In that moment, a crushing wave of pity floods your entire being. You can't tell who it's for. The woman looking at you with desperate hope? Lilith? Or yourself? But lady, she said if you're good, he'd love you. I failed. Then I ain't good. She's the one who told you that, isn't she? She turned you into this, into something she wanted to be herself. She didn't just take your body, she claimed your soul, too. She just wants you to love me, while your love as your love comes. That's how it should be, isn't it? That's what you wanted. Poisonous thoughts rooted deep within the young woman are so strong that her cloudy eyes almost seem to reflect the innocence of Lilith you once remembered. No, these aren't your thoughts. She shaped this role for you and wants you to play it with your whole body and soul. You hadn't become the shape I desired. A shade of anger flickers across her face. Her hazy eyes begin to tremble in the crystal's light. You said you don't love me. Always, always, always. You don't see if you don't love me. Her arms fall limply at her sides as if lifeless. I can't be what you want me to be. The person you are is good enough. It's just all of this is terribly wrong. But she said, you're not, she said. Every time, if I'm good, why am I still coldness inside? Because she wants you like this. For you to not be yourself, just a shell. Do you remember it all before you came here? The young woman hesitates. Her expressionless face turns first to you, then to the crystal. You see her searching for something deep within her mind, then... The tautened and stretched skin covering her face dances slightly. You want to believe she's smiling. Her body relaxes. A long time ago, there was a white, flowery place. There were waves. Her cloudy eyes turn to you, then catch the light slipping through the door behind. Yes, my mother. She'd read to me sometimes, like this. A book? Ah, yes. The lady told me if I'm good one day, my mother might read me a book again. She leans her body against the wall. Her hands hang limply at her sides. Her face fixes on you with a blank expression. But I think that time will never come, because you'll never love me. Do you want your mother to read you a book again? Mm-hmm. She nods shyly. We need to get out. Suddenly, she opens her eyes wide and collapses to the wall she's leaning against. She covers her ears with her hands. Get out? No, it won't happen. My lady will find me. I can't go. I'm here. I stay here. I wait for you. You said you don't love me. You'll come and you'll love me. There's a beautiful world waiting for you outside. Waves, huge towering waves, when they crash against the cliff's edge, they send up sprays of white pearl-like foam. Whoosh, books that tell of incredible tales and stories. She doesn't understand the words you say. With her hands over her ears, she just stares at your face. Her lips move constantly. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll love me. She said so. We can escape. Do you understand me? She no longer hears you. Curled up against the wall, hands over her ears, this hollow shell just rocks back and forth, murmuring that you'll come back, that one day you'll love her. The chains wrapped around her neck are drawn so tight no force could ever free her from this place. I need to find a way out of this room. As the heavy weight of the air presses down on you, your eyes fall into the doors set into the moss-covered wooden wall to your right. One door looks ancient at first. Its wood is dark brown, faded to gray in places, cracked with age and faintly smelling of mold seeping through its fractures. There's no visible handle, but instead a gap at the edge, as if it's been pushed open not by force, but by habit. The other door appears newer, but not in a sincere way. It's like someone took something rotten, polished it up, and called it brand new. The wood is pale and grainless, unnatural and forced. A silver-colored knob sits dead center on the door. Without examining the room, approach the doors. So you approach the doors, you realize it takes a bit more effort to move your legs. You feel whatever you left behind slowly closing in on you. Touch the old door. You slip your hand into the gap and push. The surface isn't warm, but not exactly cold either. Stagnant. Reminds you of a moment a body begins to cool, the remnants of a life lived, then abandoned. Your fingertips catch lightly on the splinters of the wood. As a child, you used to run your hands over boxes like this while hiding beneath your mother's alchemy table. Life long before your mother's death and long before you took responsibility for it. Long before. Pry the door open. At first glance, it seems a cold and empty room. On the damp walls, the light seeping through the half-open door glimmers like scattered pearls. The dust, woken from its endless sleep, whirls frantically around you. Then you see them, paintings and canvases thrown into corners. Torn, ripped, shattered. A great hatred has turned every one of them into the wreckage of a massacre. The room opens into a corridor without a door. We've had this path before. I don't know if I can just go back and do the other one, but that's okay. Must be something else I can find in the room. There's some books. Look at the books. There's some books. Do I examine the opening in the book? Unfold the paper. Read the margins. Not being able to have him doesn't mean I can't create him. A shell like myself? Better. Will I love it? Not the shell, but what's inside. Slowly migrate the part of him that loves me into it, into me. Pristine desire will keep us alive. Creation wasn't just one thing, was it? Lilith's madness runs deeper. Your whispers fade into the cold, damp stone, stinking deeper into Lilith's madness. You glimpse the reason behind her venomous love. That's why leaving here becomes all the more vital. Slowly, you move toward the door at the end of the corridor ahead. Blood rose in your ears as you push the slightly open door. This must be where the cellar hatch lies. Pass through the gap. Door opens without resistance. Inside, it's a little brighter. Metal tables are scattered across the room, each layered with dried blood. The table, small pools of urine and pus mingle with damp stone, releasing an unbearable stench. In the midst of it hang bodies on chains from the ceiling. Rotten, hollowed out, left on hooks to be forgotten. Who dares disturb my century-long slumber? Voice sounds as if it's scraping its way out of a throat that shouldn't be alive. Who's talking? Yeah, it's Keenan. I'm gonna see if I can go the other door. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let me quick. Do the same ones here. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Newer door. When you touch the silver knob, it feels like there's nothing in your palm at all. Your fingers can't quite sense what they're holding. It unsettles you so much that instead of letting go, you grip it even tighter. The tighter you hold, the more your wrist aches. This isn't a mistake. This knob was made exactly this way, to not make you feel anything. Even though something knots in your stomach, you push the knob. Open the door. The door opens without resistance. Inside, it's a little brighter. Metal tables are scattered across the room, each layered with dried blood. On the floor, small pools of urine and pus mingle with damp stone, releasing an unbearable stench. In the midst of all, hang body on chains from the ceiling. Rotten, hollowed out, left on hooks to be forgotten. Oh, it's just a shortcut to Keenan. How can you talk? So I'm the one meant to talk. You don't seem that surprised to see me. No one ever is. Look at the wall. There's a corpse. The body? Who is it? Might be you. Before I arrived. I thought you were alone in here. Right now, not always alone. Sometimes memories keep me company. Your memories. Look, ghost of the past or whatever you are. Need to get out of here. Head towards the doors. It's been how long since I'm like this? Come closer, I want to show you something. No. Can I trust you? Yep, we get the... We got a thing. A crystal. Something you once said when you truly believed you loved Lilith. A memory. Your greatest joy and your greatest lie. The feeling clung to Lilith. She took it, turned it into a ritual, shaped it, made it something else. Which memory is that? Look at the crystal. I will never let you go, my love. Crystal shatters. Is that what Lilith's buried inside you? The ajar door. That seems like a good idea. As you draw closer, the stench hits you hard, so foul it turns your stomach. Beyond the gap, there is no light, no sound, no life. And yet, as you near the door, you begin to feel something. A smile from a face you don't know. A name you've never heard, yet somehow remember. There's a longing there. Vast, unspeakable, older than words and deeper than memory. The rusted hinges wail as the door creaks open. In the shadow of the chamber beyond, you feel something waiting for you. Cold bead of sweat trails from your nape down your back. The light behind you is weak, yet just strong enough to pierce the smothering dark. This pale glow shows you only what you were never meant to see. It's too late to go back. Then, that moment, your foot sinks into something soft, yet threaded with something hard. You do not want to turn your head. Believe me, you do not want to see what lies beneath your step. What was it that I stepped on? Look at your foot. Alright. Thinking what could be worse than talking corpses or a young woman experimented on, you lower your gaze. Beneath your foot lies a crushed face. With every step, your ground rotted, liquefied eyes, cartilage, and skull into pulp with tremendous force. Around your heel, fragments of teeth and jawbone jut out like white pearls. From the eye sockets and ears, you see insects scurrying away. What is this place? What remains of you? Lilith's experiments that went wrong when she tried to create you. Those who could not bear their silence, nor their chained-up thoughts. These bodies, each one of them was someone, wasn't it? Don't ascribe personality to them. This will only make things harder for you. They're just leftovers. Heaps of flesh, rotten things without a soul. What matters is us. We must get out of here. No, it's not that simple. This corpse. Who was it? Point to the nearest corpse. A meaningless detail. We don't have time to dwell on it. With the light seeping out from the door directly across the room. Stop narrating and answer me. Freak. The one slumped against the wall was Kellen. Long ago, in distant island nation, after his beloved Porf, the Porf he loved more than himself, was shot by a pompous noble dandy. He abandoned his duty and swore vengeance. The vow carried him all the way here. Satisfied now? We need to keep moving. What about this one? Listen to me, you piece of meat. I'm the one keeping you on your feet in this burned-out, piss-stinking house. The one stopping you from curling up like a fetus in madness, alright? Now use your brain and get to the door! No, I won't do anything just because you say so. I suppose we can wait here for a while. You think you're clever, don't you? I'm the master of the story, and if I have to get us out of here... Suddenly, the room you're in starts to shrink. The wall before you is drawing closer. The dead bodies between the walls pile onto each other. The bloated corpses crushed beneath erupt violently. Bits of liquefied organs splatter across your face. You know you have to open the door. I can't let you write my story. I will not go through the door. Look, I don't think you fully understand what I'm trying to do here. You need to live, and I need to narrate, alright? You must survive. If you stay here, in this darkness, everything will collapse. You and me will both cease to exist. Is it really necessary for me to live, I mean? Ha! What kind of foolish question is that? Of course it's necessary. You want this for yourself. The voice in my head. When there's nothing left for you to narrate, what's the point having you around? You're here because I'm here. You have no idea what I've endured for you. All this madness, the frenzy, your self-hatred, the things you never say, and your struggle to live as if you're virtuous. Can't begin to grasp how hard it is to weave all of this into a story you can understand. So you're the one creating everything, then? What? Don't be ridiculous. Don't you listen to me. I'm not creating, I'm only narrating. Then maybe you don't need to narrate any further. I don't want you to do this anymore. You rise within your madness. Ha! Truly struggle to keep you alive. But is there really any need for this illusion anymore? Farewell, leading man. I hope you enjoyed the story I narrated to you. And I wake up. This is the same ending we had before. We annoyed the narrator. I think I'm going to switch games. My throat is feeling the narration here. We're hitting a lot of repeat stuff from last playthrough. We hit a few endings. We saw some new stuff. We got to check out the new narrative map. If you enjoyed this, go check it out. This game's sweet. I'm going to switch to another one off the list. I'm going to run some quick ads. Stick around for that. And we will come back with another game.